Namaste, friends. Today we are going to talk about a very important topic, and as you see that it is related to the examinations. And in every examination, we always look for what is important, and I am going to talk about most important, and not only question, rather the whole paper. So please stay tuned and see what we are going to discuss here. When you always look for degree or attaining good marks, you have to go through examination papers, and you always wish to know that what is important paper, what we can do if we get to know about that paper in advance. So dear friends, I am telling you that today when you do any course, any degree or anything, at the end you want to attain a good success by getting wonderful jobs. So definitely the paper which you give in your internal and external examinations matter a lot, and they are always kept confidential. But now the paper which I am going to share with you is not that much confidential. It just needs your smartness, and with that smartness, if you get to know about that paper, then this most important paper of examination will give you the success of your life as well as your career. Can you imagine, can you guess that what paper I am going to talk? If you look at several things, I am going to talk about that most important paper which enables you to qualify wonderful examinations is the resume or resume. In different countries we pronunciate it in different ways, so here we will pronunciate it as resume. So in resume, what we do, like, this is the most important paper which I am going to talk, because you gave a lot of examinations, you collected so many papers, you saw questions on them, you write answers about them, ultimately you get a degree. But what you will do with that degree? Ultimately you look for job, and when you are looking for job, the first and the foremost thing which you have to send for application for any job is a paper. And this paper is the paper in which you are the paper setter. If you see in your life, you have given internal, external examinations, semester examinations, so many other examinations, you never ever set the paper. You just gave answers to the questions written on the paper. But now you have a wonderful opportunity that to success in your career, you prepare your own paper, you set your own paper, you write your own answers. And for that, you have to understand that how you look on paper. Can you understand what I want to convey you? You are good with your personality, you are good with your skills, you are good with your talent, you are good with numbers. But as you see that when you will know get there to present yourself immediately, because if there is a company in Bangalore, you are living in Uttarakhand, so you will not directly go there. First of all, your resume will go there, and when resume will go there, you will have to present yourself well in the form of words, because resume is a black and white paper. If you print in a colored way, that's wonderful. You make tables, you draw some bullet points, you write some keywords into it. Amidst all these things, what we need to remember is that how you present yourself on paper, because this paper actually prepares you to be different amidst others, because there are several applications, thousands of applications, lakhs of applications for limited seats in 10, 20, 100 in numbers. So for that, for initial selection, for the first step in entering to that selection process or recruitment, does paper reflects you, because we work so much on ourselves, whether we do it or not. But the most important thing is the way we have prepared our resume, the way we have showcased our career aim, objective, hobbies, strength and weakness, whether all these things are so wonderful that it attracts someone. Even the formatting of the paper, even the font we used, even the way we have formatted everything written on that piece of paper which is called resume, we have to think that we are smart, that's good, but does that paper look smart? Because you are one, you have to get selection out of n means that could be any number. And especially I can tell you that many times it happens that 100 people are fighting for a single seat, so the ratio is 1 by 100, like 1 is 200. The selection procedure is so tough. And like there are most of the resumes, they, because the selection team even don't want to invest that much time, they simply see the resumes, they ask someone to screen it. If it looks good with certain keywords matching to their job profile, they select it. Otherwise, you are very good, you are very wonderful, you are a great achiever of your college, university, but they will not even see your resume, they will put it somewhere outside. I had a conversation with some HRs, and they said that sometimes we have watchmen standing out, and they collect the resume, and on the basis of that we just have a screening team, and they screen it, and they don't find that when grammatical errors are there, when spelling mistakes are there, when there is no proper formatting, even that time we are not able to select people for the initial screening. I'm not talking about 5 or 6 rounds which happen out afterwards. It's the first entry point, entry ticket. We have to be like stand out, we have to stand out from others. We are, if we are part of a huge crowd, no one is going to hire us. Starting from the paper, the piece of paper which reflects us, that paper must uh, pick us up out of all the crowd, and that is how we need to prepare our own resume. These are some samples, and I am saying that most important paper is the resume. You can see that how people have, in a simple formatting, they have pasted their picture, they have written their name, address, email address, career objective, then academic qualification, then computer proficiency, what the person is having in operating system, in application software, and in other forms, and then what are the achievements. So this is a very simple format. Further, you can have some kind of a bit different in formatting, and in other things the person has presented his skills in language, operating system, and in other ways his strengths and weakness, and in the other way you have a more formatted version of resume. You can see that the person, the fresher's resume will be different, and then when you get experience, your CV, your portfolio, and it develops in a different way. But initially, if you talk about freshers, then you have like, you write summary, you write college experience, you write about your skills to the point, because whatsoever keyword you have written in this resume, you have to justify each and every word. If you have showcased that this particular skill you are having, so you need to demonstrate that skill in every situation, favorable or not favorable to you, publications or achievements. So there are different things based on the job specifications, the job profile for which you are applying. You can customize it in different way, you can have a different version of it. This is the kind of modern way of presenting yourself in a different way, like you are showing your experience, education, industry expertise, strength, achievements, awards, languages, certifications. So you have to think, you have to find out the most relevant, most attractive formats in which you can showcase yourself in a better way on a piece of paper. And always remember, don't copy and paste always, because many times what happens, you prepare it in the 11th hour and you just copy paste things, and even when someone says that what are your skills, it is your own resume, but you don't remember that what skills you have written, or you took help from someone else prepared your resume, and you are not knowing what is written in the career objective. Every letter, every word, every full stop, comma written there in the resume. This paper you own have prepared, you own have said this paper, you own have answered this paper, you are the answer to this paper. So be very sincere with every word, everything written, because your life, your personality, when after screening of the resume, when you will be called for some other rounds, HR round, initial tell me about yourself round, at every round you have to just justify, because the people will ask question from nowhere else. They will just simply ask every question, most of the questions from your own resume. And I can tell you that there are several hundreds and hundreds of people who, first of all, they don't make resume in time. In 11th hour they prepare it with the help of others, they could do copy and paste, even they are not knowing what is written there, even they don't take this pain to see it once before submitting it to someone else. And dear friends, it is just making fun of us, because we are investing so much money, so much time in our studies to get a degree, to get placement. Ultimately we have always ask for placement. This is the entry ticket, this is the ticket through which you will get enter into any organization. Once you prepare the resume, then start sending it to so many places by your email that you can at least get a call for interview, because every word matters. Why I am saying, because this is the image. If you are able to identify it, please identify it now, because now we are living in the age of artificial intelligence, and now even not the human beings are screening your resume, rather artificial intelligence systems, human resource artificial intelligence systems are screening thousands and lakhs of resume in single minute. They simply see the unique keywords, they simply screen the keywords, they simply screen the salient features of the resume, and you are always selected or rejected. Like, you are very talented, but your resume, like, just your resume did not get selected anytime, and it's all like your talent is, everything is in vain, because you are not able to present yourself on piece of paper. It is secondary that you go there and you present yourself in person with your personality, with your verbal communication skills, with your facial expression, body language, that is secondary. But initially on a piece of paper, through your writing skill or with the help of others, when you have time, if you are doing graduation you have 3 years, if you have done masters you did it for 5 years, why haven't you worked on it? You worked so much for the paper, you worked for so much for writing answers, you write hundreds and hundreds, thousands of pages, but you haven't written a single page, few words in a wonderful manner, which can be so tailor made that you have confidence that this is what I have prepared and I am ready to justify each line of it. Because now artificial intelligence does everything, because human is secondary. Now we have several softwares for screening, we have chatbots, we have job ads, so many things directly driven by artificial intelligence. So dear friends, in the age of artificial intelligence, now we have to understand that it's not we who are running these things, rather it's the machine, artificially they are doing it. So now the question comes, when you can start, when you can start making this resume, what knowledge you need to start the resume, even you are good at English or not, whether you have started your university degree or not, whether you have get admission in university or not, whether you are in class 5th 6th 10th 12th, you can start it now itself. Because always remember, anyone will first of all see you on a piece of paper. If you are very impressive with fantastic keywords, with fantastic skills truly written on the piece of paper, then only they will accept you. So first of all, jot it down, refine it, because this is the only paper in which you get an opportunity to refine your answers 100 times, million times. Because never ever you have written an internal examination, you submitted the paper and you didn't get the opportunity to correct it again, because now you will get result and number. But here you can see that resume is a paper, most important paper of your examinations, in which you can refine. So start with right now, because I have seen hundreds of people, you motivate them, but still by the 11th hour, instead of saying for several times, they even don't dare to start it. But one day they do it, and in that hurry situation, that they are not able to give their best, and then they say, oh, I am unable to get the opportunity. But on the other side, a person who is not that much talented but very good at presenting himself on paper got an opportunity. Refine it, and then practice on the basis of the keywords, on the basis of skills, on the basis of strength, on the basis of technology, on the basis of experience, or anything which you presented on resume. Be presentable with that in the form of your own personality, with problem solving, with communication skills, and with so many other things. So dear friends, in short, what I can tell you right now is, I am giving so much emphasis on this very important paper of your life, because in any industry, in any job, in any institution for placements, you do not go there. This paper get communicated first through email, individually or in groups. So please invest few minutes, because you invest so many hours in getting the degree, so many hours in writing for getting some percentage. But why don't you invest few hours to prepare your resume in advance? If you will prepare this resume on day 1 when you enter in college, can you think that if you share it with your seniors, if you share it with your teachers, if you get guidance for them, you ask them to take your mock interviews from day 1, it is about your own initiative, it is about your own alertness. I can tell you, dear friends, that from day 1 you can do this. On the one side, whether you studied subject well or not, but if you will do this sincerely, I can tell you that one who have topped the institution will not come in front of you if he or she has not prepared his resume well. And you even not topped, but still as a mediocre person, if you are you have prepared your resume, along with this you have seen, must watch the video which is tell me about yourself, which I prepared recently. So the combination of this resume and tell me about yourself is a deadly combination. So those who wants to get placement, and the same request is to the parents, to the teachers, to friends, to everyone, motivate your own people, your own kids, your own children, to please prepare this very important paper of their examination in advance.